A huge explosion now raining debris on all of us.
World Health Organization officially declares the outbreak a pandemic.
This is not just a revolution. This is the resolution. Reverse history. Everything you're about to suffer through is as real as the news ever gets.
And now some Hollywood celebrities are lashing out.
Last year, I went to Iraq. Before Team America showed up, it was a happy place. They had flowery meadows and rainbow skies and rivers made of chocolate where the children danced and laughed and played with gumdrop smiles.
I think I'm, like a broken record here because you've heard this from so many people.
You're telling me, Sean, spit it out.
Their resolve continues to grow. It's an incredible moment in time. I sort of think of, that the Beatles only came out of Liverpool.
Of course, a Stanford Research Institute Tavistock manufactured Psyop band for a Psy opera singer.
And there are these moments in time where a group of people or a place comes to represent something that is just that exceptional that lasts forever. And the courage of the Ukrainians at this stage in this game is going to be a piece of history we'll never forget. What we were waiting for seems to still be attached to this, I would argue, overcautious concern related to nuclear weapons.
That's because you and your handlers both know full well nukes are fake.
Because, for one thing, if we're going to live in a world where a bully with nuclear weapons runs the show.
What's your impression of what you've seen so far of the children of Haiti?
This is the perfect time to slip in one of your Oscar-winning dramatic pauses.
Well, it's a country of people that I think have been bullied by God in ways that are unimaginable for so many years.
Why don't we just kick the bullies in the balls with a fake nuke, Sean?
And it's been going on for, there's generations of corruption and mismanagement and abuse and...
I bet both of you would stutter a lot less if your Team America puppet strings were fully attached.
Murders, and it's one thing after another.
They've been bullied by God. And it's time that, we all stepped in and did what, the America we all believe in can do.
Surely your scriptwriters can come up with a better singular cause than this one for every single catastrophe.
This is the apocalypse.
Touché, Sean.
You raised some serious questions about the motives behind Wyclef Jean's decision to run for president of Haiti. And I want you to be more specific if you can, Sean. This notion that there are some corporate interests here in the United States who may be pushing him to do this. What do you mean by that?
If we help with them in fixing this house, if it had a leak before the earthquake, it doesn't make much sense to rebuild it with the leak again.
Yeah, we all know the scripts are terrible, especially when you're feebly attempting to justify military occupation of a sovereign land in the wake of a tragic natural disaster. But for all that's good on earth, please study your lines.
I know y'all seen me in the news. Y'all seen me in the news for like 3 months straight. What I gotta tell the media? If I was president, I got a message for Sean Penn. Maybe he ain't see me in Haiti because he was too busy sniffing cocaine.
Nice one, Wyclef. The brainwashed plebes love a good fabricated MSM brawl.
I'm doing well. You've inherited a little of the Ambien I had to take to get to sleep after a red eye last night.
Maybe Wyclef has a point.
I got a challenge for you. I got Jimmy Carter. I thought you might.
Thanks.
So Jimmy Carter is my guest on Friday. He's 93. Let's see if you can bring more energy to this interview than Jimmy Carter's going to bring on Friday. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You say that you're not that into acting anymore in that interview. You're breaking a lot of people's hearts by saying that. Why don't you want to act anymore?
Well, the breaking hearts, there's plenty of people who'd be thrilled also.
That's the most accurate and honest statement you've ever made. Your retirement won't come soon enough.
Please welcome Golden Globe winning actor and founder of CORE, Sean Penn.
What's going on here? Too much blow again the night before, or are you scared that your cover's finally been blown? Even the brainwashed audience isn't buying what you're selling except for your fanatic plant.
We are reminded in no uncertain terms.
Analysts for the propagandist called your strange behavior fake crying, but it's clear you're about to have a heart attack. Nothing like forehead sweat and cottonmouth to warmonger for your puppet masters.
That the freedom to dream is not simply a human luxury, but rather a human need that must be fought and sacrificed for. If the freedom to dream were a spear, I proudly present a human being who tonight represents that spear's most honed tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of the 80s Golden Globe Award ceremony.
Great speech, Oswald.
My name is not Oswald. It's Penguin. I am not a human being. I am an animal. Cold-blooded.
This is the apocalypse.
How apropos, Sean. It takes a huge population of dumbed-down mental slaves to believe anything these jackasses have to say.
This is for you.
Oh, Sean.
From one terrible actor to another.
Yes.
No.
Please.
That is yours.
No, I feel terrible outside. It's just a symbolic, silly thing.
Yes, but
if I know this is here with you, then I'll feel better and stronger for the fight.
So great to honor, but until we will.
When you win, bring it back to Malibu.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Because I'll feel much better knowing there's a piece of me here.
You should have melted that Hollywood shit down to make jewelry for your Psyoperative boyfriend.
And I think that we are so concerned about being quote unquote happy that we don't let happiness kind of commingle with the things that are upsetting in life.
Speak for yourself, Sean. The social engineers love the royal we. It really only applies to you and them.
And accept that is, a kind of richer experience of what we're born here for.
Oh, you mean we were born to be war hawks to go slaughter and murder people we've never met and have no problem with to fulfill your agenda over a contrived war?
Here we're searching for pronouns.
The only deluded souls on Earth searching for pronouns are the brainwashed masses who've been beaten into submission by the Rockefeller education indoctrination system and the 24/7 propaganda of the Psyop entertainment complex.
Right. Their children are being vaporized.
More fear, porn, hyperbole, always sadistically aimed at children, sick and twisted.
Oh no! Sean Penn?
That's right. Two-time Oscar winner Sean Penn.
What are you doing here?
I'm bringing vaccines into your quarantine town. Anytime there's a public health crisis in a third world land, I'm there.
Third world? This is Rhode Island.
Family Guy's predictive programming social engineers plant this psyoperative clown savior seed in the mind-controlled masses a full 5 years before the scamdemic mental illness ravages the world's blissfully ignorant minds.
Actor Sean Penn is refusing to return to the set of his new television series Gaslit unless the entire cast and crew are vaccinated against COVID-19. Deadline reports the 60-year-old Penn offered to help facilitate vaccinations through his nonprofit company, Community Organized Relief Effort.
Let me get this straight. A chain-smoking drug addict in a series called Gaslit is literally gaslighting his coworkers to force them to take medication against their free will, which he so happens to provide from a business he's running. Psyop scriptwriting at its absolute worst.
My feeling is that if I believe, as I do, that if you want to not get vaccinated, you have every right to stay home.
Fuck you and your fascist commie shit, you groveling high-paid slave. Natural rights have nothing to do with your Kool-Aid chugging beliefs.
I do not believe that people have a right to, point loaded guns in other people's faces, which is what they do when they go unvaxxed into the population.
I don't take advice from subhuman psyoperatives who flash fear-based propaganda slogans to herd their flock of brainless sycophants deeper into servitude. Every scene collated in this video has Sean's puppet strings firmly attached. He has no mind of his own. Here's the real deal when the strings are cut loose.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get the f*** out! I don't remember your face.
This is the apocalypse.
What happens when people get pissed off at you? Has any of them ever said anything to you?
The only one that really did was Sean Penn, who took the time to write a letter after Team America. Right. He was that pissed off that he took time after Team America to actually write us a letter.
And he took the time to write us a letter and then send the letter to his publicist and have his
publish
publicist
it,
print it.
And publish it. And make sure it was published.
He took all the
What was he particularly angered about?
Well, he was, I mean, the only way he could have been that pissed is just because he was in the movie and we made fun of him.
Yeah, we made a puppet
and the
out
bit,
of him.
but what was so crazy was that in the movie, the big thing we were making fun of him for was being like, I've been to Iraq, and you don't know what you're talking about. I've been there, and he writes in the letter like, I've been to Iraq, and if you wanted to,
and we'd already shot that shot where he said, I've been to Iraq.
Yeah. Sean Penn received an Oscar nomination in 2002 for Best Actor in this autobiographical documentary.
No one doubts that you love your daughter.
These shoes light up.
But your intellectual capacity is around that of a 7-year-old.
I think you're vastly overestimating Sean's mental capacity, movie lady.
Get the f*** out of here. I'll make you eat the clothes. Get out of here.
What's wrong with your father? Why is he acting like a retard? Yes.
I couldn't have said it better myself, young Dakota Fanning. A huge shout out to Reverse History's very first patrons, Greg and Brittany. Thank you very much. Your financial support is greatly appreciated as the fundamental foundation for this channel's growth and pace of new episode releases. Another huge shout out to Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms for permission to feature their music. Their brilliant anti-Psyop track, Auto Hoax, is playing as I speak. This release has been a special LOL Outtakes prelude to episode 2 coming soon, which takes the first of many deep dives into the realm of the social engineering tactic of predictive programming implemented by the ruling class to herd the mind control masses of Earth in any direction they choose. Episode 2 will begin to demonstrate that the script for the scamdemic was written years and decades before the fictional event, misrepresented as a real organic outcropping of nature by lifetime actors no different than Sean Penn's psyoptic performances you just watched.
He's just another bad joke.
Reverse History is fully funded by those of you who value hard-hitting, uncensored, independent media. Please bookmark Reverse History's website for channel, social media, and patronage links to support future production, evade censorship, and collaborate online. Please like, share, subscribe, connect, and support financially. Thank you all for watching and being an integral part of building our new society from the ground up, brick by brick.
Apparently he wants to make a statement. Perhaps we'll be fortunate enough to learn the government strategy in fighting this epidemic.
And I quote, "First, I have asked the World Health Organization of the United Nations to instruct every port of entry in every country to quarantine all passengers from the United States. It is our aim, therefore..." It is our aim, thereby, to prevent this virus from spreading beyond our shores.
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak that started in China and is now spreading throughout the world.
Mr. Monroe, you're not suggesting this virus was artificially produced in a laboratory?
Yes, virus produced... laboratory, yes.
Medical impossibility, just couldn't have happened.
What about the Asian flu? That came straight, believe you me, from Red China.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic. We have been in frequent contact with our allies, and we are marshaling the full power of the federal government and the private sector to protect the American people. This is the most aggressive and comprehensive effort to confront a foreign virus in modern history. I am confident that by counting and continuing to take these tough measures, we will significantly reduce the threat to our citizens, and we will ultimately and expeditiously defeat this virus. At the very start of the outbreak, we instituted sweeping travel restrictions on China and put in place the first federally mandated quarantine in over 50 years. We declared a public health emergency and issued the highest level of travel warning on other countries as the virus spread its horrible infection. After consulting with our top government health professionals, I have decided to take several strong but necessary actions to protect the health and well-being of all Americans. To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.